We're going.
Oh,
It's well, not live, but it's
Yeah.
recording.
we do need to have a live one.
I can do that.
I can just imagine my girlfriend pestering me the entire time.
I know.
We should go live next week for the Albums of Bikini Bottom one.
We could.
That would be cool, actually. We should see if they would let us go live on their page.
I'm not sure how that works, but I think we can do it. I can go live on Facebook, Workplace by Facebook. I can go live on YouTube, and then I can set something custom up too.
I mean, honestly, I think we need to just make a group chat just for that podcast so we're all on the same page. I think.
Yeah, why don't we do that after this one? Thanks
Alright.
for spoiling next week.
And welcome back to another episode of the Bleghs The Brees. This week
Remember
we'll be talking about Silverstein Part 2.
Wait, remember when we did the Ice and Kills one and Josiah actually did the vocals for it?
Yeah, that was rough.
Actually, I know what I kind of want to do for like an intro to this besides Pat, because I got Pat still trying to go bleh.
Oh, yeah.
I can only describe it as a cute bleh.
It's a wholesome
Bleh.
one for someone that doesn't do vocals.
I know, that's what I was thinking, because well, now Spencer does it. I'm thinking about trying to shoot him $30 and do it.
That'd be sick.
I was gonna say message Luke Griffin to do it. If you want the best person to do a Bree.
But I was also thinking
I want to get Bo to do one. Sorry.
on SpongeBob has a good bleh.
That's true.
I wanted to get that for the outro, just to have the bleh echo.
Blah, blah.
But it'd be SpongeBob's from the
The time
SpongeBob
awesome.
show.
Gary's food.
But to be fair, the
Yeah,
night
when he
that I
licks,
did
when he
it,
licks the food and he goes, it's
to be fair, the night that I did it, my vocal cords were very cold. So that wasn't the best that I can do. I'm just saying, I got to defend what dignity I have left.
I wonder if I can con Neil into making us a theme song.
Maybe.
Sweet.
I guess, did anyone get anything in the mail?
Yes.
Ooh. I did, but it's not with me.
Well, it doesn't count. Get
Still
out of
got it
here.
in the mail.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Betray you.
don't listen to them.
Really?
Yeah, I enjoy their least favorite album. I enjoy their most hated album, and that's it.
Which one's that?
Lead Cells and Paper Anchor.
That's a good one. I love that one. That's the
Yeah,
one I hate, the
good
one that
album,
Andrew
yeah.
has.
Well, then Bryce was wrong.
See, I always see hate for Lead Cells, but
That's classic.
That one, that's their last good one, I think.
I still need to.
How do you
listen
pronounce
to
their name?
Alisana?
I say Alisana.
Alisana?
Josiah's just sitting here realizing he's been pronouncing it wrong his entire life.
How do you say it?
I haven't been pronouncing it, frankly.
That's fair.
I think I was
And-
I think I was trying to I don't know. I can't. It looks like
And I got
Ale
this
Sauna.
life-changing CD.
Is it? That's a great album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
An album.
That
What
album.
album? What album, Andrew?
It was
Dark
Dark
Skies.
Skies.
People who don't watch this, who listen.
Dark Skies by Tiffer King. That album, they really went like almost pure metalcore on. There was a lot of As I Lay Dying influences on it.
Did you guys hear the
Aren't they a metalcore band though?
Yeah, but like in terms of modern metalcore versus like the original metalcore of like
okay.
As I Lay Dying, Kill Switch.
Right.
yeah. Did you guys hear the re-recording? Well, not really re-recording, but just the added extra layer vocals of Backbreaker?
I haven't heard it yet.
No.
Is it good?
It's really good.
I need to listen
I've
to it.
been putting off listening to the Weekend is Romans 1 as well. Don't know why.
So have I, but the Backbreaker one, it's good. It's good. Because who does the vocals for We Came as Romans? I always forget his name.
Dave
Steven-
Steffens, I think.
I thought it was
His name. Stevens.
That's
Steffens,
why I
whatever.
forget it.
Well, it is PH, I think.
Yeah, and Steven is pronounced with a PH.
Yeah, so.
And he does the long scream at the end.
Does he pull that off?
He pulls it off.
Wow.
Ooh, no. Okay, see, that you saying that makes me want to hear it now.
Brian Kirby's a monster.
That's why I wanted to listen to it, because I'm like, I wonder if he...
I forgot that scream was in there.
It's one of the greatest screams I've ever heard.
Oh,
I will say, hearing it live, it was like, okay.
Does he do it good live?
It doesn't even waver. That's the surprising part.
you know, he has asthma too.
Does he?
Come on.
I'm dead serious. Dude has asthma.
Wow. It's amazing.
But my mail's light. I just got the shirt.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a cool shirt.
I don't know why you didn't
Like
get
this
one.
shit.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't get one.
I love that shirt, Andrew.
Thank you.
Well, actually, I mean, I know why I didn't get one. I've spent too much money on Funko Pops.
That's fair.
I got they're not with me because they got shipped to my parents' house, but I picked up Sleep Talk by Day Sleeper.
Nice.
Day Seeker. Sorry.
Bay Seeker?
Yeah. I got Sleep Talk. That's out of like $250, which was really surprising.
Oh, the blue one?
Mm-hmm. So I
wanna
got
get
it.
that one so bad.
I basically got it retail off of Discogs. It was like $32, which really wasn't bad at all.
No, not bad.
And then I'll be
Yeah.
getting the Ice on Kills shirt. And then I think that's pretty much it.
Is that Dayseeker album as life-changing as people say it is?
Oh my gosh,
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
Okay.
It's a
Better
phenomenal
than their old
album.
stuff.
And their old stuff is great too.
All right. Oh,
Their old stuff's great. Have you listened to Origin?
No.
Oh,
I
criminal.
well, maybe one song.
You need to listen to that entire album. Their music in general is just like,
Besides-
they're so good. What?
Have you listened to the Bring Me Peace Silent Night EP
What?
that Rory's on?
No. Dude, his
So
singing
good.
could make me
Because
fall asleep.
Peter's vocals are phenomenal. I
Yeah.
love Peter's vocals.
Link it to me.
I will. I just need to get my copy from Ethan.
True. I should message him. Anyway, cool.
Um,
But oh, and then a buddy of mine will actually be hooking me up with a few different records. So he's gonna be hooking me up with the Under Oath Rebirth Tour edition, Creation Destruction, probably another couple Fit for King albums, and then there was a couple thrown in there. So
I think that's the band I want to be see next. Fit for a King.
I saw them at Warped Tour.
I was watching a Warped Tour video of them, their set. Why did I not watch them every time that they were playing at a show I was at?
They're becoming one of the bigger bands in metalcore, actually. It's crazy.
Yeah, they're getting there.
I remember whenever they came out with Creation Destruction, the tail end of that with Slave to Nothing, I was like, these dudes are amazing. And then all of a sudden they've gotten super popular. It's like, wow.
Oh yeah, and shout out because they broke the top 40.
Yeah.
They're on the
What
mainstream
song?
rock. What's the new one?
Breaking the Mirror?
That one.
Is it Breaking the Mirror or Breaking Mirrors? I don't remember. It's something like that.
it's one of
Breaking
them.
them here, I think.
Yeah, I think it's Breaking the Mirror.
But it's hopped onto the mainstream rock top 40.
That's awesome. Which is like kind of odd too, because it's still like a metal song.
Yeah, and then Amity's number 37 or something now,
Hmm.
which I'm not sure if that's the first time they've been on the chart.
Ah,
I'm not sure, but
Well, in American charts anyway,
yeah.
Right.
because they've been all over the Australian charts, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
them and Parkway Drive.
You guys got the cool radio stations over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Triple J. Yeah.
Listening to Make Them Suffer, and we get Led Zeppelin all day.
We get anything that, like, if it has screaming in it, it's like, ah.
Yeah, it's always the
That's it.
mids, if that.
Yeah. For like 2 seconds.
Right.
I mean,
You're like, whoa, that was heavy.
I
It's
mean,
like every rock vocalist that's like, oh, I can do a scream. Does that make my songs cool now? It's like, sure.
I mean, a lot of them were changed, like going back to like red jumpsuit apparatus.
Hmm.
Why can't I think of the song title now? But the whole middle,
Face down.
yeah, face down. The middle section of that's a screaming section.
Yeah.
They changed it for radio.
Wait, it's just him singing it.
In the radio version, yeah, he's singing that.
That version doesn't exist. That's a lie. That's
it was
a lie.
the exact same thing with the bird and the worm from the Used.
Yeah.
What?
There's
They took out the screaming section in the bridge section out.
They make it. Oh my! That's such a phenomenal part of the song.
Why do you think I have those radio mixes that don't exist, that have the no screams and the screams turned down? I mean, to the point where you almost can't hear them.
I think there's a radio edit of Reincarnate from Motionless in White without the screaming at the end.
Huh?
Like,
There
at that
is. It's
point,
on
just
Sirius
don't even
XM.
play it.
Ugh.
I cannot wait to screenshot that.
That's the first thing that I heard from them. And I downloaded the song, and when I first heard it, I was like, this is not the same song I listened to. But I still liked it, but it's weird.
Yeah.
Freaking pop music ruins everything.
Hey, not all pop music is bad.
Majority.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Majority.
not all pop music is bad.
Majority.
But, you find some gems like Thank You Next.
You can go ahead and have your wrong opinion.
Hey, it might be a wrong opinion, but I will firmly stand by it.
I'm sorry, I will fully defend Ariana Grande's Thank You Next as a
Such
first
a
album.
lame song.
I can't.
No, I'm saying the album.
Okay, I thought you were talking about the song itself. I'm like, that song is so boring.
It is, but I enjoy it. I'm
Yeah,
not.
the
There are
person
other
that I
songs in it.
messaged about being on the show does pop music, and his music's not bad.
Yeah, like you said,
Hans?
there is a few exceptions. Like, what is it? Veda or whatever his last name is?
Kesha.
Better? Yeah,
Veda.
he's super good.
I do like it.
I have not listened to his stuff. I'll have to
So
though.
good.
I'm surprised Andrew hasn't jammed that one down your throat.
Jamming it down everyone else's.
Thing that I think I would listen to a lot, but I can get behind it.
The bop.
Sure.
Oh, man.
So I think,
Anybody else? Ooh,
The mail?
look at this kid.
I've got a couple things, but I think only one's worth it. So
What
it's
is it?
well, I think we can all guess the band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
It's in sync.
the Mickey shirt, right?
Oh, nice.
Oh,
The
that's
tour dates
cool.
on the back?
The European tour dates.
Nice.
Or this was the UK tour, I bet.
UK is European.
Same thing.
Yeah.
No.
Don't say that to somebody from the UK.
No, that's a straight lie.
Very different.
It's like saying Canada and America are the same thing.
Right. I
It's
also
all
got
North America.
surprised.
Oh, look, more Silverstein vinyl.
Oh, look. Well, would you look at that?
What variants?
The translucent red for Shipwreck in the Sand, the tan for Discovering the Waterfront, and the tan marble for Rescue. Which
Nice.
I will say, I am going to have a very hard time finding a variant that matches the artwork that well.
That's so cool.
Like,
You know what? I know a variant that matches the artwork that well. Hollow bodies.
Yeah. Okay, that's too colorful.
You want to see my favorite? Want to see my favorite variant that matches the cover of an album?
What is it?
I'll show you. I'll be right back.
While you're
I think I
gone,
know. I think I know what it is.
I have no idea.
I
feel like
forgot
it's
to
gonna be like-
mention that the record that
Fans
was
like
lost
houses.
got delivered.
Oh, it did?
Yeah,
The
Oh,
what?
that was the last strike. How
it
long?
was 3 weeks.
Oh,
But see, I told you it would come in.
It did, and surprisingly, in great shape.
Monkey?
Yeah, I figured it was going to be thrown around. Apparently, I guess my post office just didn't feel like Scanning it in.
Okay, wait. Are we gonna say "Bless the Fall"?
Hands like houses.
Yeah, I was gonna say
That
the
was
hands like houses.
unimagined. Yeah, that does match really well.
Well, you got to show me the album work now.
Yeah,
It's the house with the tentacles.
you still got to see it to visualize it.
Oh, I like that.
I think my red, black, and white starburst of Homesick matches really well. I will say
Best
that.
120 I ever spent.
How much
120?
did you get the canvas with it?
Nope.
Well, better luck next time, champ.
I've got a copy of the Hot Topic My Chem 3 Cheers. That's the clear and blood splatter, so it's the same as Hollow Bodies.
Oh, nice.
But I think that kind of fits the 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge cover
Yeah.
really well.
Yeah.
That fits well.
What's another one?
I think all the variants for A Beautiful Place to Drown just work.
The
Yeah.
splatter works
Because
so
some
well.
of you thought it was Bless the Fall.
You know I don't have that one yet.
I know you don't.
The honestly, the blue, that like light blue or whatever it is for Sleep Talk by Dayseeker fits a album art really well. It would have been cool if it would have been like a blue pink smash.
I wish Silent Planet would have done like a clear splatter for the I'm forgetting the full title. The is it When Everything Was Sound? Or yeah, like but with like all the colors that are in it.
That would be
I
sweet.
wish they would have did that.
Like,
I
think that
wish-
would've been a cool one.
Frankly, it would be cool if they were somehow able to manage to press a white record, but they have their logo on it, but it's not like a picture disc.
That would just be an etching.
It would be cool though.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it would be an etching that you couldn't play it.
Oh, still.
Doesn't Screaming Fire have a etching in it?
Yeah.
I think so.
I have too many, so you'd have to give me a whole nother episode. The remix of Constellation Splatter,
Yes.
that one
That's
matches
another one.
really well.
Man, that thing's expensive now.
I know it is.
My buddy bought it for me just to buy it for me. He was like, "Hey, you want this album, right?" I was like, "Yeah." So he bought it for me. Now it's up to like $125 is what it's worth.
Oh yeah.
It's stupid. That happened within like the first week.
Who's
I'm
getting
like, whoa.
arrested?
What?
Nobody can hear that but me.
No, I hear
I
it.
heard that.
Yeah.
I just don't know what it is.
Wait, are you talking about that squealing sound?
Yes.
Okay, so that's in my house. The house that I live in, that's the toilet after you flush it. It'll stop in probably the next 20. No, there it is.
Okay.
I thought
Nope.
some. That's a two flusher.
It's fine. The Cotton Candy Starburst for Old Record, I think matches well.
A lot of the Homesick pressings.
The Speaker of the Dead from Amur one.
The green.
Yeah,
Starburst.
that one matches great too.
Oh, well, yeah.
I got too many records. I'm trying to think of them all.
The thing with Homesick is like they pick like weird colors. Like the gold doesn't do anything. The orange doesn't.
I think I'm more thinking of the new Starburst ones that they have.
The blue, purple, and white one is.
Yeah.
Now I want Starburst.
Yeah, I know. Bryce said it earlier, and I was literally about to say, like, man.
I think basically if you have a clear splatter, it always goes really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So long as you pick the right color for the splatter.
So long as the splatter turns out good, too, because I've seen some splatters that they're straight garbage.
Don't do
Yeah.
a splatter on a black vinyl.
Nope.
Did we ever
Those
figure out a
are-
question for the week?
I guess
I
it's
think-
what's your favorite?
What's your favorite variant?
Yeah, what's
That
your favorite?
matches the Yeah, I think we'll do that.
Honestly, oh, man.
Because I had one that just popped into my head.
Say it.
Favorite band member interaction?
What?
Favorite
Okay.
band
Like-
member interaction.
Oh, question. I
Oh,
thought you were
okay.
talking about a variant. I was like, what the heck type of variant is that?
Yeah, I started thinking. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I'm stuck between two
To what?
interactions
Okay.
that popped into my head.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard for me to narrow it down.
I think either getting my demo signed by Spencer, I think, or me and Patrick talking about the Ice and Kills collection and giving me the symbol. I think one of those.
Nice.
Then again, Spencer only used me so he didn't have to talk to drunk people, but it's fine.
Hey, that's okay. Don't look at it that way.
No, I took it, but
Well, I don't know. I have a hard time narrowing it down. My last interaction with Garrett from Silent Planet was really, really cool.
I want to meet him so bad. He seems like one of the coolest dudes.
He's a
Me
wonderful
too.
human being. I've met him. Goodness, I've seen the band like 8 or 9 times. He recognizes me each time I come now, so that's cool. Being on Spencer's team for horror movie trivia with doing Friday 13th trivia and me and him talking the entire time was really cool, and then seeing his reaction to my last chance to make amends, he was sweet. But anytime that I interact with the dudes from Convictions, though, it's like always a great time. So I can't narrow it down. I just have I just have a good time. Yeah.
What about you, John?
I got nobody.
really? Do you just not interact? Have you never met someone from a band then?
Never.
Really?
Really.
Why?
I don't buy that for a second.
No, not one.
Okay, not even like an interaction online.
No. Nobody ever answers me.
Even like
No one's ever been at
comment
like a merch
something?
table at a show or.
Like a comment on something either.
Nothing. Besides, well, you could say Silverstein then. I cracked the Redux code.
Okay.
What?
The Redux album from Silverstein, who we're talking about today, maybe at some point, came out April 12th of 2019. So it was 4/12/19. They were doing songs from the first 4 albums. It was 12 songs, and they had been a band for 19 years.
What? I fully don't even understand what you just said, but it sounds cool.
That was
The
probably
release
it.
date matched
Great.
the details of the band in that.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
It was
cool.
it was cute.
It was cute. Did they say anything about it, or were they just kind of like,
Yeah, they're kind of like, hey, we didn't mean that intentionally.
"Are you serious?"
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, they shouldn't have said anything about it. Be like, "Hey, way to go!"
Yeah, but that's about it. Merch tables have always been.
Wait, what
not in the
about like
band.
getting the record from Aaron Gillespie?
I didn't get a record from Aaron Gillespie.
I thought you did.
You got something in a frame?
No,
Yeah. What was?
How'd you get that signed magazine then?
I got that from somebody that doesn't exist.
Oh no, he was. What we're thinking of is he was in talks with Aaron about potentially getting one of his pressings of, I think, Chasing Safety, but it didn't
talk
happen.
to him.
No, it was. I talked to his wife,
Oh.
and that was about getting a test press of Southern Weather, but they wanted $500 for it, and I was like,
I remember that now.
no thanks. And then she ghosted me. So, but that's about it.
Like he needs $500. Like, frankly.
Yeah, but
Well, he's about to have a baby, I think,
Okay, he needs $500.
and they just moved right before
Okay.
quarantine hit.
Okay, well he needs
$500 was needed, and you
Yes.
ruined it, John.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, somebody else bought
child. Oh, okay.
it. He put it up on his web store. I think 2 copies of it, and both of them
I'm gonna
sold.
say, do it for the kids.
Yeah.
Anyway.
My favorite interaction would probably be when me, my kid's mom, and my best friend, we all walked into Warped Tour 2017, and Elliot saw my vest, and he said, "Nice back patch," and I turned around. I didn't realize it was him, And then I ran up and I gave him a hug, and then it was great.
That's awesome.
Wholesome.
Nice.
That's awesome.
But before that, he put me on his story on Instagram. Oh, super cool.
That's sweet.
Richard? Yours?
I'd say when I saw Escape the Fate a couple of years ago for their 10-year This War Is Ours tour, when I went to the VIP session, Craig recognized me straight away, I guess from online. And when I went to meet him, he was like, "Oh, hey, it's good to see you again, man." So when he said it's good to see you again, like it was like, oh, okay, you must have remembered me then.
Great.
Robert came up to me and was like, because I guess from knowing me online and stuff, Robert saw me and kind of pushed his way through a few people and was like, I've got to get a photo with this guy.
That's awesome.
And then during the set, Craig gave me the microphone during the flood, which was pretty cool because I was at the barrier. So
That's cool. Yeah, when I saw Craig back in September and he saw me, he recognized me, and I was like, "It's good to see you again." So it was super cool because I haven't seen them in like 5 years before then.
Oh.
And he signed all my stuff I brought.
Nice.
Yeah.
I was able to narrow it down to my favorite interaction.
After you gave 5?
Hey, you know what? This one is my favorite, though.
So it wasn't even one of the 5?
It wasn't actually. So my favorite artist interactions whenever I went and saw Oh Sleeper, and they played this one-time show in Chicago. They traveled from Texas to Chicago. It was nuts. But that was the first time. So on Hush I L, the End Him Slow part, Micah put the mic in my face and let me scream that part. And he I got done screaming. He kind of backed away and kind of looked at me and gave me the biggest smile and pointed at me that was awesome. And then during Vices Like Vipers, I forgot the lyrics, so I just screamed in the mic and he started laughing on stage. And as soon as I walk up to him to meet him afterwards, he's like, "Bro, you got some brutal vocals." And I was like, that was the first time anybody ever said anything about my vocals or anything like that. And then Shane, it was funny. He said, "Yeah, I heard you scream, and I literally wondered what the hell was that." And I was just, it was funny. And then afterwards, me and a few people hung around till they got done tearing down to pray with Micah and everything. So it was an awesome interaction. So that was hands down my favorite because that was the first time somebody ever complimented me on my vocals.
Yeah, my problem is I never buy VIP or I'm never in the front.
You don't really have to be.
I mean,
unless your venues are stupid.
I mean, to be fair, there's no way I'm meeting Ice Nine Kills without VIP.
Right.
You know.
Frankly.
I've never bought VIP once, so.
It sucks, but.
I think it's worth it. I think depending on what
it's worth it when it includes a ticket.
Yeah. What do you think about that debate where, I guess, different sides say, well, you shouldn't have to pay to meet the artist, or the artist shouldn't be charging people to meet them?
Well, then you shouldn't be paying to go see a band perform.
Yeah.
I think as long as it's not a ridiculous price,
right?
Yeah.
And you're not paying a ridiculous price for pretty much nothing, I think it's fine.
I think all of my Ice Nine Kills VIP are typically, for me and my girlfriend, it's about
$85 each.
$150 for the pair, and then I think we had to buy tickets separately once, so it came out to $250.
Still not that bad.
So it wasn't too bad. I mean, it could have been better, but it's if that's the price, then that's fine. It's not like it's $500.
I see it technically as the band's still working.
Right.
Right.
They're doing their job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And not all the money that they make off of ticket sales and whatnot goes towards them. So VIP is a way of
VIP is one of the.
And as long as they have like cool like perks along with it. You know, like those people had these cards made.
It's like,
Yeah, and like that's the thing too. Like if you're spending like $100 literally just to get a photo with them, that's stupid. But if you're spending like $100 to actually like do a Q&A, talk with the guys, get a photo op with them, and they'll talk to you, get like exclusive VIP stuff, get your stuff signed, that's completely worth it. And early
Yeah.
entry.
band that did a Smash Brothers tournament for VIP.
That was Silent Planet.
Okay.
Silent Planet did in the last two times I saw them with VIP, they did a Smash Bros. Mario Kart tournament. They set everything up. Like literally we would be talking and playing and stuff like that. And it was like you're just hanging out with the band.
Right. Like
Then on top of that, you would get like one time with their album release cycle, essentially for when the end began, they gave you a vinyl. Like that was included in the VIP. So it's like plus with like the Smash Bros tournament, photo opportunity, meeting them and everything. It's like it's completely worth it. But
I think Wade Ward, I don't know if it was the I think release tour for Pressure did like a home game kind of thing supposedly.
In Detroit, they did
like,
a cookout, VIP cookout before the show.
So that's cool. It's like you also get free food. So
right.
I did North Lane's VIP last year, and it came with like a tour exclusive variant, and they also let you go on stage and play with their instruments and like hang out with them on stage and stuff like that before the show.
That's so cool.
Which was pretty cool.
Right.
But I think one thing that annoys me is when I see bands selling VIP that doesn't include a meet and greet.
Yeah. That's not a VIP. That's just like, here's a bunch of crap.
Yeah. Like the last couple of times Amity's toured Australia, they've copped a lot of shit because there's been a couple of times where they've had really expensive VIPs with no meet and greet. Like a few years ago, they were mocked really hard because one of the perks they advertised was getting a picture on stage with their equipment, but like they weren't in the band, so it's like, why would you care about getting a photo on their stage without them? Like,
right. Look, I got a picture with their
drum
kit.
Yeah.
Nobody wants that.
Yeah, I think at the Drop the Gloves tour, they for like the top VIP thing, they played like a hockey video game with them.
Right.
And it was only limited to like two.
If it's unique stuff like the horror movie trivia stuff, like as long as you make it interactive,
That you don't know,
people get the value out of it.
Yeah.
And hey, if people don't want to do it,
right, and that's the thing too. It's like
it's not hurting you.
Mm-hmm.
Let the people that want to pay because it's going to sell out.
That's the thing too. It's like don't complain about people doing a VIP if you don't even care.
Like also we get in early, so.
Right. Yeah, exactly. It's like a lot of times why I've been able to be at like barricades and stuff like that for shows because I'll do VIP.
Right, like that's how I got the Iceman Kills merch the last tour.
Mm-hmm.
Because as soon as the doors opened, everyone just went over to the Iceman Kills merch and like it was in the back of the venue and there was a line all the way to the stage.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm glad I was the fourth person in line for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's cool.
You guys want to get into it?
Let's get into it. I'm excited.
Well, if we're talking about Silverstein now, then I was naughty. I didn't do the homework.
You can just sit here and agree with me that I'm Alive and Everything I Touch is their best album, hands down. Everyone can fight me.
Yes.
Wait, seriously, you?
I agree with you.
I think.
Yes. I'm not alone. Come on, just say it.
Didn't we all agree on that last week?
No.
I don't know. We were disagreeing on Shipwreck in the Sand.
And I thought we agreed on like the top three.
No, we did songs.
Yeah, we did like top 3 songs or something like that.
From the Victory era.
Maybe we did that in the group chat. I don't know.
Beautiful.
That was a roller coaster
then,
emotional throat emotions.
So I guess Rescue's the first one?
I think so.
Yeah, I'm trying to get into it on my phone.
What was the accent on that one?
On my phone.
That's the Philly accent.
My phone.
That's the other side of Pennsylvania accent, Bryce.
Look, I avoid all the accents from Pennsylvania.
I thought it sounded like a bad Australian accent.
See, I thought it sounded kind of Irish for a minute, but
No, you guys need to come hang out in Philly
no.
and just listen to the bad accents because nobody says water. It's water.
Or come to Pittsburgh.
What?
It's equally as bad.
Well, I was going to say Harrisburg's really bad.
Somebody's laundry done or something, or is that the ice cream truck?
No, that's my clock.
Oh.
We've discussed this before.
The ice cream truck.
I forgot. Yeah, Rescue's next.
I'm going to look at the track list because I forget.
That's what I was going to look at because this is one that falls toward the bottom for me.
Yeah, same.
Really?
I mentioned it last week. I was like,
toward
it's
the
all
bottom.
right.
I didn't say it was at the bottom.
It's not bad. It's just not as memorable.
I don't know. I think the first...
Like any other albums? I'm just kidding.
Hey, shut your mouth.
Okay, wait. Again, we need the personal mute thing here.
You get a 3-minute timeout.
See, I don't know. I'm looking at like the track list here, and it's just. I think,
Do they perform any of their songs from that album?
Sacrifice.
I think they do intervention, kind of sometimes.
Maybe.
The last time I saw them, they did Sacrifice.
They do touch it, but with all of their anniversary shows, they've been other albums. But I don't know. I think the first 6 songs are great. Burning Hearts and Live to Kill are all. I think there's really only 2 or 3 songs in here I don't care for that much. But
I mean, they're good songs. I just don't revisit them at all.
Yeah,
Besides Sacrifice, I don't. Okay, bye.
I do agree with people where it is their most underrated album, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're saying like it's a good album that no one cares to listen to that much.
Yeah, I just don't revisit this well at all. Besides Sacrifice, I don't come back to this album.
I love their song title, Texas Mickey, though. That's hysterical.
I love the guitar intro. It's my favorite.
That first 6 seconds.
You guys know what a Texas Mickey is, though, right?
No, honestly, no.
A Texas Mickey is a Canadian phrase for a bottle of alcohol. It's like a 40-ounce bottle of alcohol.
Oh.
That's what Texas Mickey is.
Oh.
I forgot you have Canadian knowledge.
A little bit.
Okay. Wait, where did Andrew go?
He just said he'll be right back, so he wasn't. He's not back.
I was actually incredibly wrong on the ounces. It's 3,000 milliliters of alcohol.
Jeez.
Yeah, and it's really just popular in Canada.
Yeah.
That's where the phrase Texas Mickey comes from.
I always forget how Canadian they are.
Right.
Super Canadian.
They don't, because like, I don't know. I look at them as like, I don't really see them as Canadian, but then you really look into the band. It's like, okay, nope, they are.
Whenever I saw them with August Burns Red and Silent Planet, it was July 3rd. And like, bro, they were popping off for 4th of July. They were like, happy 4th of July and everything. And then like afterwards they went out and shot fireworks and they're like, happy like Independence Day or something like that. I'm like, you're more American than most Americans. But yeah, I mean like Rescue isn't a bad album. It's just like,
I think the first half is stronger than the second half.
That's what you always think.
I know. I my attention span, honestly, because I'll get the thing
might be my attention
with bands like Silverstein, where I do love every song.
See, that's why you get the vinyl, and then the first half's on one, and then you put it away for a little while, and you come back and listen to the second half.
Well, no, like for me, it's like I'll start listening to an album. Say it's like Discovering the Waterfront. I'll get 3 songs in, and I'll immediately think of like another Silverstein song. It's like, oh, I really love that. I want to go listen to it.
That is true.
You know, so it's like I just get whiplash from like going back and forth on everything. But if I could play them all at once, I'd love that. Kind of like how the one guy did every Rings of Saturn song at once.
Yeah.
Static.
Oh my gosh. Ugh, that's a horrifying thought to have. But
That's death right there.
yep. So, I mean, I don't really know if we have much to talk about with Rescue.
No, I don't.
I mean, like, these next 4 albums are their best. I would say one of their best albums, and so I think we could spend a lot of time on these next 4.
Anyway,
What was that?
nothing.
You kind of what?
I'm just saying, a Shipwreck in the Sand. It's still one of their better albums, but
I never said that it wasn't.
no, but you're acting like these next 4 are their best stuff ever. So
They are really good.
did you just shush me? Ooh.
Anyway,
We can go on to short songs if you'd like, Bryce.
absolutely not.
One more.
I'm answering that
song.
question for him.
No, wait. We can talk about one. Was it One Last Dance? I think, whatever it is. That's a good song.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We're done. Yeah.
I'm
a
sorry.
Short discussion for short songs.
Yeah, it's about as short as. Yeah.
It's not bad. I just don't get it.
Yeah.
Luckily, it's only 19 minutes long, so you don't have to get that far into it.
Even with the covers, it's not bad at all.
Then you can go into the. This is how the wind shifts, though.
This is how the wind shifts. Wind shifts towards an amazing album.
Yeah.
And the tour for that album was phenomenal.
Who's on that tour?
Like Moths to Flames, Secrets, Issues, when they first started, Gloss Cloud.
All right.
That's such an odd lineup, but it works.
I mean, the lineup makes sense, all except for Silverstein. If we're being honest.
Like the entire lineup makes sense, except for the band that's actually headlining it.
Right. But I love this album.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's a great album.
Having it not be restrained by the concept kind of thing where it's like every song now has to fit into its story. Whereas it's like you can have multiple stories and they're just split in half. I wish more bands would do that, honestly, I think. It kind of brings back like the thought of like when bands would do like part 1 of a song.
Yeah.
Like the Johnny trilogy for Crown the Empire.
Yeah.
Except it's all on one album.
Or like Depths, Depths 1, Depths 2,
Right.
Depths 3. But
I really don't like Crown the Empire.
we're not talking about them, luckily.
Yeah.
Well,
Also, they're terrible live, but
live they're not great, but I love their albums.
I wouldn't even put the word great in there. They're just.
Yeah.
I said
Neither.
they're not great.
They're just
I know, but still,
bad.
you said the word "great" in the same sentence. They don't
Sorry.
even. They don't deserve that word.
Well,
Even if it's
Ever since they kicked Dave out,
Oh
they
my.
they suck.
no.
Okay, we're talking about Silverstein here, so let's get back on track.
Okay.
For the sake of literally everybody.
I think I'm trying to
I don't really know if there's what?
I'm trying to think where the album falls for me, like on their overall catalog, but
Honestly,
it's up there. But
I don't really know if there's a bad song on this album.
Kill the Lights.
Well,
I think it's on the deluxe edition.
yeah,
But
I'm looking at like the
it's
standard
It's not a bad
edition.
song, but by the time I get to it, I do not care for it.
Well, because the album itself is 14 songs long, so there really was no need for a deluxe version.
Yeah, it's 40 minutes already, which is probably as long as you want to go.
Right.
I think I will say my standout songs are Better Place,
Mm.
To Live and to Lose, Massachusetts, and
Yep.
I really like Arrivals and Departures. I know that's like 5 songs, but on an album this is one.
Right. I feel like having 5 good songs really is like just a fraction of it, because it basically is. It's a third of it.
Also,
I
can we
put
talk about-
Massachusetts on. I put Massachusetts on top. That's one of their best songs.
Yeah.
But can
For
we
me,
talk-
I'd go Massachusetts, A Better Place. In Silent Seas We Drown in California.
I will say like A Better Place like makes me cry
That's such an emotional song.
towards the end. honestly, A Better Place and To Live and To Lose, listening to them back and back gets me each time.
Yeah.
Like, honestly.
Beauty of emotional music.
But I think it's also interesting to look at how the guitarist wrote Arrivals, and that's the reason that he's even in the band.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, and the fact that he was the one singing it.
Yeah, he has a
nice,
phenomenal singing voice too.
It's weird. It really fits the emotion of the song.
Mm-hmm.
But it's one of the things that's like, I don't know if I could ever see Shane singing it. At least like a studio-wise, because I'm not sure how they do it live or whatever. I would assume Paul sings it.
I think he does, because he sings live too. So.
Yeah. So.
I think it's a phenomenal album. It's a great album.
It's up there.
Oh yeah,
it's definitely in the top 4.
Mm-hmm. I would put it in top 3.
I think 4. I'll agree with 4. I'm having a hard time with the next 2 albums.
Yeah, it's true. Because the next album that we get into is their best album, hands down. Hands down, the best album.
I will say, when we talk about that, I am fully biased on that. But
no, I'm just saying, when the Midwestern State of Emergency comes on, I'm singing it. I'm singing it.
This is the album that got me into them because
I am alive and everything. You can't help but not scream to it.
You
like,
really
let's
can't.
be real. Well, I can't, frankly.
Well, I agreed with you. Why are you getting all?
Wait, did you say? Wait, what'd you say?
I said you really can't.
Oh, I thought you said I can, and I was like, well, geez, Bryce.
Maybe I'm just not welcomed here. Okay.
All right, see you later.
All right, bye.
Time for you to meet yourself. I'm just kidding.
But yeah, this is the album that.
This is a perfect
I
album.
started listening to them. This was the album that was coming out or just came out like a couple of days before I started listening to them. So it's a little bit of nostalgia, but it's a great album.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's oh man.
If we could get rid of Late on Sixth, I would say it's a perfect album.
You don't like that song?
No.
Wow.
I like the song, but I don't like the placement of it. I feel like
I really enjoy
the
it.
record a little bit too much. I don't know.
I really like that song, and I think it's good placement because you're getting away from it's like a good in the middle sort of come back down, relax a little bit, then get super amped up for the rest of the album.
Yeah, it's a good closer to the first side of the album.
Right, because then after that you go into Milestone.
I just love that album so much now. I can't express how much I love this album.
Such a
whenever
great album.
someone asks me what are your 10 records that changed your life or shaped your music taste, whatever one of those thread things are that you do every day, this album is always on it.
Amazing album.
I might change.
I always want to do those, but then I lack consistency with that. So I'm just like
I just get tired of 10 people tagging me in them, because I did one recently and I forgot to do it for 2 days that I just went back and deleted my old post. Just to prove I was like, I didn't do it. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I got to I think the 26th of April, and then I just you know what? I just fell off.
I think you tagged me in one, Bryce, and I just didn't do it.
I also don't know who to tag because I don't know who's doing it. You know,
It always cracks me up with stuff like that because it's like, oh, you've been nominated. That doesn't mean I have to do it.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
I saw Bryce did it to me. I was like, you just
okay.
wasted a nomination.
I don't care.
Ooh.
I nominated my girlfriend and she gets really not anxious, but she doesn't know who to tag. So she's like, if you see this and you feel like you want to do it, go ahead. Otherwise, no harm done.
She can tag me all the time, and I just won't do anything.
I don't think she's friends with any of you on Facebook.
Probably not.
I had one of my friends tag me in one of those. Oh, you're now in jail. Tag your 10 friends who are like all these kind of people, and I'm just like, I'm not going to do this.
See, I don't.
Whoever did that's fired. They're fired.
Cancel them.
Cancel.
Hate it.
I
Anyway, but
will say having the some of the recordings being recorded in the actual places where
yeah,
the story, not the story, but like the like how it's
location it's based off of.
Yeah, that's
Because Midwestern State of Emergency was St. Louis, I think.
Yeah.
And I think they recorded a little bit of it in St. Louis or something like that.
Oh, I also recently read the backstory of Heaven, Hell, and Purgatory, and it's something that I didn't expect coming out of that song. But it's
Can you explain it?
I'll do my best. It's basically like the history of the band, kind of. Like Heaven, Hell, and Purgatory is apparently, I don't know if it's actually named that or if it's like a just like a slang for this one venue that they played at when they first started to like now. And there's 3 stages where it's like, I think it's 3 floors. And like small bands start on like the Hell stage, where it's like really small, like a club stage basically.
Right.
Purgatory is like the weird middle stage where it's like you're not big enough to play the full stage, but you're not small enough to play the club. And then Heaven is like the full, like blown, as big as you want.
Wow.
But then there's also like other references to like the band history and like their formation and stuff like that. But I definitely didn't expect that.
Yeah.
Like all the times I heard that song until I read into it a couple weeks ago, I think was the first time I was like, oh, that's a cool
That is really cool. That is really, really cool. What would you say your guys' like favorite songs off this album are?
I've already said mine, and my favorite's a Midwestern State of Emergency. That song comes on, I'm singing the whole song. That chorus hits you strong.
Oh man.
I honestly think Heaven, Hell, and Purgatory. Wait, no. Because now I'm thinking of Buried at Sea and Face of the Earth.
Bryce, it's okay. Just say from the first song to the last one. You're good.
Okay, if we ignore Toronto Abridged and Late on Six,
don't ignore it.
Okay, fine. The whole album. No, but if we're being real, Milestone, Toronto Unabridged, and I'll say Face of the Earth.
I really like Midwestern State of Emergency, Face of the Earth, Milestone, and Continual Condition.
I forgot about.
Bryce, it's okay.
I would say those are my 4.
Thing.
Those are my 4.
You can just.
But I love the entirety of the album. Just say it.
Yeah.
Nobody's stopping you.
Whole album.
Okay, I'm gonna stop you right there.
Wow. You're gonna shush me again, but with words. I really don't like how that sounds, but okay.
Yeah, because you have the in-ear earbud, so it really messes with you.
It's like watching any food video on YouTube. Nope. Gotta.
What, those mukbang videos?
No, I was saying like.
Talk about ASMR.
No, I'm saying like the Eat the Many stuff that what's the guy? Keith does from the Try Guys. Like stuff like that.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's fine.
Wait, what?
It's
the Irish people?
What?
The Irish people?
Are they? I don't think they're Irish.
What is that?
They're not Irish. They're
Dropkick Murphys?
what?
Nothing.
Are we shipping up to Boston?
Shipping up to Boston. Hey, did somebody lose their leg?
One of my coworkers did.
Okay.
Lucky you work at a hospital then.
Right?
Oh,
Jeez. Okay.
that's brutal. Anyway,
But nobody got that reference at all, Josiah.
I know, which saddens me.
You all need to get on your Dropkick Murphys now.
Yeah. Anybody have a sailor pig? Nobody? Okay, cool. Awesome. Anyway.
That's about it.
What?
Someone that collects the Dropkick Murphys guitar picks.
Well, they would know all about shipping up to Boston.
They would, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Such a
He
good
also
band.
worked at a venue in Boston as well. So
There's
Full circle moment right here.
Yeah.
Oh my! But I think we can. I think personally, I would definitely say that "I Am Alive" and "Everything I Touch" is like their top 3.
Yeah.
I think it's their best,
Yeah.
but easily in their top 3.
I think this is again, this might be biased, and it probably is. But
I mean,
know
if you have to say this might be biased, it's probably
it's
biased.
probably
Yeah.
when we were talking about like how arrivals and departures had to follow up, discovering the waterfront, and how that's like an impossible thing. I really feel like Silverstein gave them another impossible task of following up this album with Dead Reflection.
But they followed it up.
They did, which is what I was going to lead into. Is like they have to.
Look, a segue.
Oh,
Oh,
we're
we're
getting good at this segue stuff.
We're starting to get professional here.
I know. Dead Reflections is such a great album.
Yeah.
The only problem I have with this album is just the way it sounds. But
In
the
terms
song,
of
just the production, I don't like
Okay.
the way it sounds. But the songs are great. Live, these songs whoop.
gosh,
But on the studio, I don't like them as much. But I mean, they're great songs for sure.
yeah.
I'm not saying it's a bad album. It's just, to me, I just don't like the sound of it.
I think when I first heard this song, the album, and it finished, I cried because it was over and I wanted more of an album, even though it's a fairly long album.
It's 12 songs.
I get like that with albums too.
But I think going back to it recently, I realized that the first like 7 songs I'm completely fine with, but somewhere in like,
You don't like the Afterglow?
You don't like Cut and Run?
wait, how far into the? Okay, maybe I'm misplacing where I'm getting bored at the album with. There is one point where I feel like the album kind of lulls a bit, but then picks back up somewhere. But I'm trying to remember where.
I'm looking at the songs now.
Track
and I
listing?
really, yes, and I really have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, me neither.
Hey,
Neither.
maybe you didn't listen to the album.
I've
Do
been
you hear
called
how
out.
offended Bryce got on that?
Okay, I think
You didn't listen to the album.
I think Mirror Box is the one that gets me.
I could maybe see that.
I could see that.
I think that's the one that
But then it kicks right back in.
it does.
Yeah, with Demons and then the Afterglow. Cut and
Sure, I
Run.
was thinking it was a 2 to 3 song lull, but no, I was wrong. It's just Mirror Box.
I think Cut and Run's such
The
an
album we're
underrated
talking
album.
about is the one with the door, right?
No, that was the last one we just talked about.
Can we go back to that and say how weird that album cover is for I'm Alive and Everything It Touches?
Most of them are pretty weird.
Yeah, let's be honest.
But I mean, like, at least the other ones, like,
This is how the wind shifts
is a
What's up
buffalo.
with
as a buffalo.
Yeah, and then there's water towers
Buffalo?
around them.
Yeah.
Or Buffalo.
Animal.
Anyway, but I
Um,
like the Dead Reflections album cover. I think it's pretty sweet.
I will say if they continue the trend of like bright colored abstract kind of
I
cover,
like the bright colored stuff.
right? It's so easy to make vinyl for it.
Yes.
So
Um,
I will say the first time I ever saw the video for Ghost, I laughed.
yeah, it is kind of cringy.
I'm not even saying cringy. I'm just saying it's funny that Shane's mic has a wire, and it's not connected to anything. And so
I
you see
noticed
him
that.
run through the warehouse, and this wire is just never ending.
I could just imagine this poor XLR just like behind
Right.
him, like as he's sprinting down the corridor.
Now
Like,
that's an old post-hardcore metalcore video trope from back in like 2006.
That is
It
true.
is. I know. It's just funny that when you point out the feasibility of some things in real life, it's like, wait,
It's like it's either a really long XLR or you just did not plug it in. Chances are you didn't plug it in.
It's like he's screaming the entire party. He's like, wait, oh, no one heard any of this in the back. My bad.
What would you guys top songs off this album?
Easily
The whole
Retrograde, Aquamarine.
I'll just go with those.
Richard coming in with a safe answer.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh yes, I really
I'll go with
love
whatever Bryce
Retrograde
picks.
too.
I mean, I like the whole album. I just wish it sounded better for me. I don't know. I was expecting something, I guess, that sounded too similar to what they were doing.
oh,
I really like Last Looks. I think Last Looks is a great opener for the album. I like Last Looks. I really like Ghosts. Mainly, I think mainly because I remember, like, the like what part of the song. Like, I remember seeing that live and participating in it, even though I had no idea what the song was and just fell in love with it. Demons I really like, and then Cut and Run. It's super odd, but Last Looks, Ghost, Demons, and Cut and Run. Those are my 4.
I think I'm gonna say again, whole album minus Mirror Box. I don't know. It's something about like this album and I'm Alive and Everything I Touch. It just feels like them.
Yeah.
Like a more mature version of them without trying too hard.
I like this album, though. I really like it. This was the first album they cursed on, too.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up. I was like, I think this is the first one where they swear, but
Yeah.
I remember seeing the comments on. I think it's Retrograde that does it, right?
Ghost and Aquamarine.
But I think I remember seeing the comments saying like, Shane, you're not allowed to do that. And everyone was pointing like he swears during shows.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, that's not...
But on albums he doesn't. It's still weird to hear it though.
I've kind of got used to it. I'm like...
Yeah, I agree with that. Because bands that don't really like cuss on albums and then they cuss, I'm just like,
What happened to you?
That's
Who
Under
hurt you?
Oath as well, didn't it?
Under Oath came out of the gates cursing.
I was gonna say,
After...
that's Under Oath in a nutshell.
Yeah.
I think if it's done, not that it can really ever be tasteful, but I think if it's put in the right context, like I feel like Silverstein put it in the right context for at least all the times that they do it. It's not like a simple cop out where it's like, well, I couldn't figure out what to put here, so I did this.
It's true.
Like Attila.
Yeah, I was immediately thinking of them. Or
But that's just Attila's
Amir.
charm, though.
It is.
overtly cursing.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean. Like there are some bands that just, I feel like, lack.
The lyric could have been changed to something better.
Right. Like they're not as great at writing lyrics as they probably should be. But
It's filler. It's a lot of times it's used as filler words.
right. Or like during a breakdown. It's like
Frick.
get it, but
That's the breakdown we need. I need somebody to do a frick breakdown right now.
I think
Give me some time.
I swear I saw a meme that someone did that.
Really?
Really?
I
just
could
get
be
my
wrong,
anxiety to a peak and then I'll have a breakdown. I'm just kidding.
but it's like something like that. Like I just feel like it never had context.
What's up?
Like it's
What's
like
up?
okay, I get
What
it.
the
You're
frick's
angry.
up, Denny's?
Okay, I love that so much.
It's a great video.
That like it's an inside joke between me and my one friend. Like we'll see each other and we'll just say, "What's up, Denny's?" And it's the best thing.
I want to walk into Denny's one day and be like, "What's up? What's up? What the frick's up, Denny's?" Then everyone will stare at me like I'm an idiot and then probably get kicked out.
Maybe.
It's fine. It's
But it's
worth it for-
Denny's.
So like how everyone looks at me on a daily basis. I'm just kidding.
Everyone gets kicked out with the way they look at. Yeah. Anyway,
Do you guys want to touch on
Josiah?
the Redux album?
my what?
I said, you okay over there?
No.
None of us are okay, John. Look at the world right now.
My Chemical Romance made a song about that.
I'm not okay. Yes. Anyway,
I'm not fucking K.
I promise.
Now that is a filler word. for you.
Yeah.
And they did that in
Okay,
that
yeah,
song.
but every band did that, and
Yeah,
it's
that
there's a
was
truth
what 2004. Yeah,
to
Yep.
it. No, I don't.
No,
I
it was
say
06.
was it 06?
2011.
Yeah, didn't Three Cheers come out in like 06?
3 Cheers. That's 04.
Yeah, because
Oh,
Black Parade was 06.
Oh.
Black Parade was 06.
I
Bro,
thought
the
you were
album's gonna
talking
be
about
14 years old. What the
Yeah.
Yeah,
heck?
come on,
Right,
don't you question me on my emo
Hey, you know what?
music
Don't stop.
that came out when I was 13 years old.
I was in 2004. I was 7.
Yeah,
See, now I
it was just
Way
about
to make us
23.
feel old.
No,
You're welcome.
I thought you guys were talking about the age of like that trend of putting, you know,
The F-bomb in literally everything.
yeah, yeah. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, that's
My
what it
bad.
was.
Yeah.
You say
I'm
it.
so lost.
Anyway, I think it'd be cool if we talked a bit about about the Redux.
With the Redux, I think I've said it before when we talked about When Broken is Easily Fixed. The 4 songs they pulled
Smash
from
into
that
pieces.
sound amazing, and I wish
Yeah.
they would have just did that whole album again.
Yeah, that would have been really cool.
Maybe,
Smash into
well,
pieces
I think
sounds
they really
phenomenal.
just had the anniversary tour, right? Or something.
Yeah, they just did the When Broken is Easily Fixed anniversary.
Yeah. So I can't see that. They really need to do a what's the next album that has an anniversary coming up, whether it's 15 or 10 or whatever?
For what, Silverstein?
Yeah.
Rescue would have a 10-year next year.
I don't think they're going to do anything with Rescue, though.
I don't know. Did they do anything for Arrivals and Departures?
No.
Mm-mm.
They hate that album.
I know. I figured.
I think
They
the only
might.
song they pull off of that's If You Can Only See Him Into My Soul.
Yeah,
That's
it is.
They might do something for Rescue since they don't necessarily hate the album, but I guess
When was Shipwreck? Was that 09?
yeah.
Yeah.
09, 010, somewhere around there.
It does surprise me seeing some of the songs that they did Redux for like My Heroine. That one kind of surprised me, and Your Sword versus My Dagger.
I
But-
don't think My Heroine needed a Redux.
I don't think any of them needed a Redux besides the When Broken is Easily Fixed.
Vices, I can actually understand why they did a Redux for Vices, because it's only Shane on it and not Liam's
Yeah.
guest feature.
But I mean, My Heroine is arguably their biggest song, so of course they're going to do it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
makes sense.
it didn't need to be done, but it's okay.
American Dream is a good Redux.
Yeah, that's one that I enjoyed. I think
If You Could See Into My Soul, that's a bad one. I did not like the way that one turned out.
I mean, that whole album does need redone though.
I think it
I
needs
wish they
more of
would
a
do.
remix than a re-recording.
If they re-recorded it, they would need to re-record Shane's vocals.
What's up, Kermit?
Nothing. Anyway,
All right.
It's not that easy being green.
Yeah.
so
But, I
then
mean,
getting
it's a
into
cool
their
thing to
next one.
have. Did you ever
It
get
is.
that Redux yet? Any of the Reduxes?
No.
Come on.
I feel like those are going to be kind of tough to come by.
Yeah.
You're slacking, Bryce.
There's a white with black splatter, but it's from Italy, and the guy won't ship to the U.S.
That's stupid.
And I also
I feel like you're
Still
taking
waiting
more
on
of
a
a risk.
CD from New Zealand.
what?
I'm still waiting on a CD from New Zealand.
I mean,
But
that's
it's whole-
that's fine. I don't trust Italian postage. If I'm, I've heard like there in Greece, I've heard so many horror stories of it being stolen that I just don't.
I
Yeah, I
don't
don't
think
trust
I've
Mexican
really.
postage.
I don't think I've ever
I
really
heard horror
ordered
stories.
outside of the country besides Germany and England. And England's
had
the
some-
worst.
I had something from Germany go missing.
That's
I mean, that's a lot of miles to cover. So
I ordered something from Russia a few times, and it's normally fine. It's just I think I waited 2 months for something from there once.
that's how it's like ordering from England. It's terrible.
See, I'm always fine with that. Like, I get that within like 2 or 3 weeks, if that.
Last time, I don't remember what I ordered, but it was going on a good 2 months.
Wow.
I mean, it is mostly hit or miss, I think, for a lot of things.
Yeah, it was definitely the exit customs and the customs to come in.
The customs to come in are always what kill me,
It's because it all goes right through New York.
right?
I
Yeah.
just stick with America.
Well, when you want that European variant for convictions, Josiah, let me tell you, you're going to do
There's no way that's going to actually happen.
If they do it on Empiricon, they will.
The Convictions is not going to be on Empiricon.
Hmm? You never know.
The heck are you talking about, Bryce?
Hey, I wanted that Australian Hollow Bodies press.
Is there an Australian Hollow Bodies press?
Is there one?
Oh, the CD?
Yeah.
No, that don't count.
Well,
Kidding. I'm just kidding. But I'm not. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, so yeah.
let's talk about their worst album.
Actually, real quick, I have ordered something from Australia. So
What?
I thank your people over there in Australia. That actually came pretty quickly.
What was it?
AC/DC's TNT.
Wait. Hold on. Forgive me. I don't like AC/DC. So is that like an album or is it just the song?
It's an album. It's technically their second album, I think, right?
I would have no idea.
In Australia, I think
I'm
so.
Australian and I don't even listen to them.
Wait, they're Australian?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, they are?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're like the biggest band from Australia.
They've always seemed so American for them.
Right. I always thought that they might have been like, if not America, then like Britain. But okay.
I never thought of his voice as having like an accent. I just thought he talked
Right.
funny.
I've never heard of
Not talked funny, but saying like funny, you know.
Wow.
Well, Brian Johnson, the singer that's there now, besides Axl Rose, is from somewhere else. I forget where.
All right.
But
interesting. The more you know.
Yeah. And now everyone can roast me about how I don't listen to AC/DC.
I'm not
I
roasting
don't
you.
either.
Might have. Yeah.
No, I
I
don't
don't
either.
care.
I'm saying everyone
If you listen
listens
to one
them.
song, you
Oh,
listen
okay.
to them all.
I mean,
I'm not saying you're wrong either, Richard. I'm just
do we want to go and get into their latest album?
Of
Yeah.
course.
I think this might take a bit.
I love this album.
Yeah. Again, I think there's only 2 songs that I tend to skip.
I only listened to it once, but it's super memorable. Like I remember each song pretty well.
Yeah, I think Say Yes and I know John likes Stop, but I think that also is one that I might skip more often than listen to, but
Really, that
still
song
enjoy it.
is so good. That breakdown. It's
I
classic.
enjoy
It's a
it.
classic Silverstein song.
Yeah.
I feel like with this album, they went more towards their original sound almost.
I don't
I also think that Unified gave them more of a
Liberty.
more liberty and flexibility on what they wanted to do.
I mean, we can also say this is easily like their most poppy.
Oh, for sure, but that doesn't kill it at all for me.
No, not at all. I know a lot of people were saying like they didn't like it because of that.
We're
They
talking
brought in
about
a
the
lot
purple one now, right?
Yeah,
Yes. The purple and pink one.
Okay,
which
cool.
every variant of that album
I'll-
is great.
I think the purple inside pink is the only one that I'm not too keen on. But I'm never a fan of like blob variants.
Me neither, but
I like it if you
that's
want to get rid of it.
that's
let me-
splatter though. That's splatter though.
You're just why don't you just sell me yours then?
Can't do that, bub.
Dude, I don't want to pay $65 for it.
Well, you're
I
gonna
wouldn't
have
either.
to.
No, I feel like I am going to have to. There was one for 40.
Bribe him with some old Nice Nine Kills merch.
Yeah.
I thought
If
the
you-
one
if he
from
doesn't have
Rare
it already.
Limiteds was 55.
I think that one sold.
Did it really?
Yeah.
Oh man, you were just sleeping.
Well, I'm sorry. I was getting other variants. I can't get everything at once.
I know. I forgot how much your wallet hates you.
I don't have a wallet. It's like third cousin by now. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm moving down the chain of like Well,
Man,
The amount of stuff you've been buying and wanting to buy.
the
that pink
Savage,
record, the pink variant of it sold for $110.
Which one?
Discogs.
Wait, is that
The one that's limited to 100 or 500.
Yeah, it's the tour one, I think.
That's stupid.
That's probably because it got the OBI strip
That's just ridiculous.
and it's numbered.
I would have paid.
Well, it's good to see that like a lot of these records, though, like a lot of the variants for this album are really well priced. So,
Yeah.
except for the one that you want,
And guess which ones he has to buy?
all the pricey ones.
Yeah. I was talking to someone about pricing for the tour variant of This Is How the Wind Shifts.
Mhm.
Someone was like, yeah, I paid $250, and someone was like, someone wanted $450, and I'm like, great.
It's
Although-
stupid.
The thing is, like, that variant was released online eventually. It's just the cover.
Was the cover different?
Yeah, it's like, I think there's 90 of them, and it's like different, various like old time records.
See,
with the
that's how
Buffalo stamped on it.
that Make Them Suffer record is going to be worth stupid money one day.
It's
Speaking of tiny records, I completely forgot about these. But I got these.
What are those?
Are those singles?
They're,
Or they're
yes.
just Disney singles?
Yes.
Are they? Wait, but like what format?
I think they're like 2-inch or 3-inch. I don't know.
Are they vinyl?
Yes.
Like those.
Pull one out. I want to see you got a friend of me one.
Okay.
Come on, show me your 2 inches.
Oh my!
Wait,
That's what she said.
Oh my god. Okay.
I mean,
I need to take the tape off.
okay, well, we can talk about
Let's talk about your
Place it
favorite
down?
songs from this album.
Madness.
Yeah, I can go.
That's
I
a
can go-
good one.
I can go almost the whole album on this one.
Shane's, I don't know how to describe it. The anger and like disbelief when he says, "I thought last time was the last time," just hits that emotion well, and it's just.
It's like those memes whenever it's like when Silverstein said, "I thought the last time was the last time," really hit me differently or something like that.
It got like I don't know. It's just one of those things. It's like it's less about doing vocals and more so just like you can actually hear like he was upset
That.
doing it.
Yeah. I really like their Simple Plan feature.
Yeah, it's
Take what you give.
I love it.
It was so cool.
I think the Caleb feature is probably one of my favorite things Caleb has done.
Yeah.
He's really good on this.
I thought it was cool them bringing on intervals for Bad Habits.
Yeah.
That Abbott's is great too.
See, I like Infinite, but
I don't like the guest.
I was gonna say I wish it didn't have Aaron on it, and not because Aaron sounds bad, but it would have sounded better if it was only Shane.
I remember hearing Infinite for the first time and going, "Oh wow, Shane can hit high notes."
Yeah,
Like it's because
I was really impressed by that song.
he does stay within like a certain range.
Right.
But hearing him go like a little bit above it was
Hearing
like,
him do that jump on Infinite
right.
sounds really good. But I think it would have just sounded so much better without Aaron, frankly. And it's not because I don't like Aaron or anything like that. I just don't think it really sounded good with the song. That is so cool.
That's cool, yeah.
Right?
Jeez.
So small.
How much of the song is actually on there?
The whole entire song is just one single side.
It's adorable.
It smells
Did you just sniff it?
like cherry. Yeah, it smells like cherry.
Okay.
Hey, you should lick the other side of it. Does it taste like cherry?
Why would I do that?
Because the other side of it doesn't have grooves.
He really thought about it there too.
You did.
No.
Can't compete with logic. Anyway,
How do you guys feel about the Princess Nokia feature?
It was good.
I thought it was good.
I don't know, like I had no clue who she was. But
It's kind of a dumb name.
I mean she's a rapper.
Isn't she Canadian too?
I
me look.
when I saw that she was Puerto Rican.
Maybe I'm completely wrong, but
I
she's
could
also
be
a
really
former.
wrong
She's
on
a
that.
she's a former emo kid too.
She's an American rapper.
Oh.
Okay,
Well,
we're both wrong.
yep. I mean, Puerto Rico
Well,
is
yeah.
close enough to being America.
But she is Puerto Rican descent.
Okay.
okay.
That's descent though.
I mean, yeah. That's still something.
Yeah.
Look, I don't know where you got that she was Canadian. I at least got
I
her
don't know.
descent right.
I have no idea.
But
Yeah.
Maybe I'm thinking about Pierre on the last song.
maybe, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's I don't know,
And just how overly Canadian that is.
it's fine. Hearing Princess Nokia's feature like surprised me. And like I think the first time I heard it I wasn't that into it, but me wanting to listen to Shane say I thought last time was the last time over and over made me listen to the feature over and over, and I was like, okay, it grew on me.
I think it's a good album. I like their song. I like Coming Down. I think Coming Down's a good
I
one.
really like September 14th.
I really
That's a
like
good
that. I was going to bring that one up.
That's especially the intro with it and like the whole meaning behind it. It's great.
Yes, it is.
What's the meaning behind September 14th again?
I think it's more so just about literally the first US draft for I think Vietnam, right? That was
Really?
the first time the draft was introduced.
I didn't know that.
And September 14th was the first date that was picked.
Mm.
And the audio at the beginning is the actual audio from when they televised the draft.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I'll have to listen to it again. I need to listen to the album again.
There's a
Good
whole
album, though.
I forget I don't know if it's with Rock Sound that Shane did an interview where he goes through track by track, I think.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And so
I'll have to look
it
at
really
that.
brings to light some like the more underrated songs on this album.
Yeah.
And, like once you get the meaning behind it, it's like, okay, that song is kind of better because of that.
Nice. Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
So now
now
the question is,
oh boy.
how would you rank the Silverstein albums?
I think we all can agree on number one.
I am alive in everything I touch.
Yeah.
Which one?
I'm alive in everything I touch.
Yep, I think we can all agree on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, hands down. I would go I Am Alive in Everything I Touch, Dead Reflections, and then Discovering the Waterfront, frankly.
I would go for top three. I'm Alive, Discovering the Waterfront, and then Wind Shifts.
I could see that, yeah.
I think
I
I'm
was
going
to say that too.
I think I'll say I'm Alive. I guess This Is How the Wind Shifts, and then Discovering the Waterfront. Or A Shipwreck in the Sand, depending they switch. But what was that?
I said it's understandable.
Okay.
Why do you get so defensive? Jeez. You act like I offend you all the time.
Well, gee, maybe it's because you just mumbled after I gave my rating. But if I'm being honest, like the album's constantly changed for me.
They have such a solid. This is probably one of the more over years of this band being together and still making music. It's one of the most solid discographies I've ever heard from a band.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like I said last week, they're still underrated, I think.
Yeah.
They deserve so much more recognition.
You know what's funny, though, is they're still I still think they're like a super recognized band.
They are, but I don't.
They deserve more.
They deserve way more.
You know Margot Robbie, the actress Margot Robbie?
Yeah, of course.
She grew up listening to Silverstein.
Isn't she Australian?
She is, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
She grew up listening to Silverstein and Bullet for My Valentine.
And Slipknot too.
And Slipknot, yeah.
I
remember seeing that in an interview. She specifically listed those three bands. I was like, hey, Silverstein. That's cool.
I'm trying to think if there's like another band that has like as solid of a discography as them. And I'm not.
Plus the Fall.
But it has His Last Walk.
You right.
I don't like. I'm trying to think. Like,
I
even
think if
though When Broken Is Easily Fixed, I think to me is their weakest record. It's still a good record.
Yeah, I mean, even their bad's pretty good.
right.
Okay,
I think like depending on who you ask, personally, I think Slipknot has a really, really solid discography.
Mm.
Like they've done some sound changes and whatnot, but like overall, I would think their discography is really good.
I was gonna say,
But I
You're so
personally-
angry.
I personally love Point Five,
I enjoy Point Five. Yeah, I
and
know
a lot of people would say that that's their worst album, which I.
But
But
Between
still,
All Hope Is Gone and Point Five, that's kind of a.
see,
I really like All Hope Is Gone too.
Yeah, All Hope Is Gone is so good.
All Hope Is Gone is, I argue, All Hope Is Gone is Corey's best vocal performance, hands down, on any album he's ever done.
Mm.
I'm still going for Iowa on that one.
But yeah, but I love Iowa, but his voice sounds rough.
But that's
He
it's part of it.
sounded painful, but
Because
Iowa's
they
still
they were all in pain.
yeah, Iowa is still hands down their best album.
Oh, for
But
sure.
we got to save that for a Slipknot video because I really want to talk about Slipknot.
I think we can
Okay.
go for a good Slipknot talk one day.
Oh yeah, I'll wear my Slipknot shirts at the
I'll
same time.
I'll find my old messenger bag I had for high school.
You have an old messenger bag from Slipknot?
Yeah, from Volume 3.
You ever considered departing with that one day? You know, just let me know. I really like Slipknot merchandise.
Okay, wait. Here, we're gonna work out. This is how it's gonna go. I'll pay John to sell the messenger bag to Josiah, who in turn will sell the Ice Night Kill Safe Just a Shadow shirt to me.
Deal.
I don't see how that won't work out.
And I didn't agree to any of it.
Hey, you know what? You're a part of it though, so it's 2 out of 3, right? You know, majority. We'll
Although
see. I'm
Josiah
just
would
kidding.
need to do like 1-day shipping.
Oh, that's like $5. Just kidding,
More than $5, but okay.
I'm just kidding. I still gotta figure out a price to give it up for because I really don't. You need to shoot me an offer because I'm terrible. I'm
Okay.
terrible.
Here's the thing. You know I paid $85 for a lighter, and you know there are some old shirts that I paid $5 for.
Here's the thing though.
I do not care. You can. I literally tell people you can name whatever price, and I will go.
We're bros, so I don't want to be like, I want $50 for the shirt. You know, that's just stupid.
So that takes off my one offer. Thanks.
Were you gonna offer 50?
There was an offer of that at one point. I was like, I don't know, 50. But
I mean, I don't know, man. Like,
it's your call. I do not care.
okay, let me think.
He just
about
wants the
this.
damn thing.
I know, he really does. And like lately, and like honestly, I had it and I really wanted to wear it because it looked so cool. But it was just so big on me. I felt like an idiot walking out in public with it on.
You dummy.
So I was
need
just
to match the hoodie.
right. So I'm willing to give it up. I just don't really know how much for.
I mean, it's whenever, and
I'll message you. I'll figure it out.
just give a price.
Will do. Anyway, so all right.
Okay, wait. Would we also agree that A Day to Remember has a solid discography?
I think so.
Up
Like,
until this
even
point,
old records.
yes.
Especially the new album coming out.
I
See,
think
looking toward the new album though, out of
I'm
the 3
excited to-
songs they put out, I'm only digging the one.
I
See,
think Bad Vibrations is a good album.
Bad Vibrations is actually pretty
I
great.
like the song they did
Yeah.
with Marshmallow.
I
That's a good
enjoyed
one,
the
too.
I don't know. I enjoyed the 3 singles. I think Mind Reader is the one that I would put at the bottom though.
Yeah,
I haven't
Mind Reader's
listened to
real hard
the
get into.
other
I don't
two.
know. I thought Mind Reader was my favorite.
Same. I mean, it's supposedly supposed to be a diverse album for different tastes from everyone. So
Right.
And supposedly it'll contain a heavier song than Mr. Highway's thinking about the end.
There's no way.
okay, can we also just say that some of the songs off of old record and Their Name Was Treason are some of their heavier songs though.
Yeah,
Like,
that was more straight up metalcore.
yeah. So it's
You
like,
know,
I
their
don't know
song-
why-
Their song "Welcome to the Family" is a decently heavy song.
Well, it does have Vincent on it, so yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what? There's a guest feature on that?
Yeah.
That album's actually riddled with guest features.
it took me forever to be able to hear Vincent's guest feature on it, because it is like a back and forth with Jeremy, and their vocals are so similar on it. This song,
This is from Acacia?
yeah, which is also like a really weird feature, I think.
Yeah, at the time, because they were easy core, quote unquote, and
It's a genre. I'll support it.
yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah.
And that's definitely the best album of that genre.
Yeah, I'll agree. Yeah, Homesick is one of the best albums. Period.
Yeah, I think that would go in my top 10.
I'm what?
Top 10
I didn't know
of all
Vincent
time.
was.
He's just losing it now.
Yeah,
Like once you hear it, you can't unhear it.
I've never been able to hear it.
Like you do know that Mike from The Devil Wears Prada is on.
Yeah, I knew that.
Okay.
He's in the video.
What part?
I'm just making. What part of what? Welcome to the
What
family?
part of? Oh, it's in verse 3.
Yeah, it's towards the end.
He just blew his mind.
Well, you know what? It's very deceiving whenever albums don't stay. Hey, you know what? We have a guest feature on this
That's
one. They
true.
just slap it on there.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't think any of the songs on there, except for Mike's feature, were ever given, right?
They don't even list Mike.
They don't.
I don't. Not that I'm aware of.
It's been a while since I looked at the back of like the actual artwork to see it.
I don't think they listed on the artwork.
Mm-mm.
I believe it's in the liner notes, though.
Okay, maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
But I don't feel like pulling up the liner notes, so...
I'm on the other side of the room, so I don't feel like getting up.
I mean, it's within 6 feet of me.
That's where mine is right now, and I'm just like, no, I'm not getting up for it.
You have multiple copies.
Oh, yeah,
I
right.
have about 30. It's fine.
Right, so I want to say thank you for finding that flag. Like, I am so excited for that.
I was worried that you weren't going to see the message before it sold.
Wait, so what exactly did you... Wait, it was the flag, the shield flag?
Yeah.
Okay. What was the other thing you bought, Andrew? Wasn't it like a poster or flag that was like for promotion?
Oh, I think the guy
at a
said
venue
for it.
Yeah, the guy just needs to go back to the venue and see.
Ah.
Yeah.
And he's
He
gonna
did say that he could make me Ice Nine Kills once. But I don't know if he meant like make me album art flags or make me tour poster flags. Like I didn't know what he meant by that.
Well, then you need to find out.
Yeah,
I do, but I also need money, John.
Because if he can make them, I want him to make one for the Bless the Falls last tour, the 10-year for Witness. Is that and Escape the Fate? I need that. I'll hang that on my wall because that's like amazing.
Like I don't know. I just feel kind of weird about doing stuff like that. I don't know. Like I'm all for like buying like a bootleg cassette of an album that was never on cassette.
Same thing with 8 tracks.
Right, but like,
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
Once you get into like, oh hey, here's a bootleg tour shirt.
I hate those.
I don't know,
Yeah.
but that's where I know it is the same thing, but it just feels different to me.
Feels
for some reason.
wrong. Just feels wrong.
Yeah. So then you get to. It's like when Caleb had the Attack flag, and completely blew everyone's mind, and like people were offering him like $400 for it. Because,
Didn't he just get it made?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he didn't give any context, and people thought that he found it like from an old band member, that it was out of one. I kind of want to do that with like a last chance to make a men's flag or something.
My my buddy Ethan sold me a Dayseeker flag that wasn't made by the band. Him and a buddy made it just because they wanted it, and he actually went up to Dayseeker and got it signed by the band, and they themselves wrote one of two of two on it.
That's great.
So a lot of times bands don't think it's cool, but
Right. Like I think if you make something that's the band has no desire to make,
Mhm.
and you don't do it to sell them and
Profit,
just,
yeah.
a personal
Yeah.
thing. Like I think this would be cool to have,
Right.
and as long as they're a chill band, I think it's fun.
Right.
But
But yeah.
like I made an Ice Nine Kills phone case because they're never gonna do that.
No.
You know.
You
But,
would.
Make a phone case.
Yeah, I would because when I bought my new phone,
That is sweet.
I just need to get a new one because the company that I got it from, like the middle part is starting to fade from putting it in your pocket. But
Sucks.
yeah,
I have
Super-
Dylan on this.
What?
I love it. I have the pin, and my favorite thing.
Super random. But have you guys? Okay, a lot of you guys have listened to the "Make Them Suffer" singles, the 3 ones, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
I thought we were supposed to get a new one today.
Hold on. Have you guys noticed anything similar in those 3 songs?
I've listened to the first song, so I'm gonna bow out of this one.
The first line or the first thing that he says in each song is the title of the song. In each 3 of those singles.
Oh.
That's
Yeah.
interesting.
Okay.
I just realized that not too long ago because he screams like
I
"Erase
knew
me"
it would
for a long
erase me.
time.
Yeah.
But then Soul Decay, he just straight out screams Soul Decay and then it hits. And then Come Drown With Me, Drown With Me, he screams "Come Drown With Me." And so I was like, I wonder if they're gonna do that for every single song.
That would definitely be an
Maybe.
easy way for fans to know which song they're listening to.
Exactly. Hey, what song is this? Soul Decay! Oh, hey, it's Soul Decay.
I know that someone uploaded the whole album to YouTube, but it was taken
I'm not
down
listening
pretty
to it.
quickly.
Good.
It's on Kingdom Leaks.
I'm not listening to it.
I'm
I
not
guess,
listening
until
to
next
it.
I
month.
mean, when does it officially come out?
July 25th,
Yeah.
24th.
Why though?
I wonder if it was the COVID stuff.
I know it
Probably.
got pushed back in
I think it's-
Australia, I think. And I think
Got
the
what?
label decided
Oh.
to push it back everywhere.
Do we have
I don't
any
know, but-
updates? Do we have any
I am
updates
so
on?
glad people posting about when stuff's getting shipped out.
I was actually just about to ask, do we have any updates on the our bundles that we ordered?
I don't
In
think
my
those-
email right now, I don't see anything.
Okay.
Let me get on the website and just double check.
Because that's like one thing that I'm heavily looking forward to.
I'm pretty sure I checked this morning. It still said today's date, but that doesn't mean anything.
I wish I could still ask when the Confide vinyls are going to be shipped out.
I should go in and make a post about it.
You should.
Yeah, it's still the same. Says June 5th.
Oh, I guess. Oh,
Andrew, you'll have to keep me updated.
And it says digital downloads will be delivered via email on June 5th. That didn't happen.
It'll get here.
Yeah, I'm sure of it, but
Yeah.
it's just a whole weird thing that everybody got their merch now. CDs and vinyl.
Yeah, and then we're stuck with
Nothing.
yeah.
Well,
Is what it is.
Well,
We got special treatment. Let's just put it at that.
I think the people that got it early got special treatment in that one. But,
Yeah.
Well, we got it out of
Yeah.
50, so it's fine.
but they got it like, what, 50 days earlier?
I wonder what they would do if
Touche.
if I decided to purchase like 30 of the out of 50.
Yeah, did they ever put a limit on that?
I thought there was a limit of like 4.
I think it was
That's
like 4 or
still a
5
lot.
days earlier.
That's a lot for out of 50.
Yeah, but it's, you know,
did we figure out who we're going to talk about after albums or no?
After tonight?
next week feature.
Next
Week
week,
after
we got some special guests.
Oh,
We do? Anyway.
I still have zero idea what we're going to do, but we're going to have some fun.
it's gonna be
Well, I
fun.
thought we were gonna look at some of their work and talk about like albums normally.
Yeah, probably. I got to go through and get the ones they made, though,
Yeah.
because they have a lot of submissions, too.
Yeah.
I guess we can still talk about that.
I would just say you do need to include the album that you hate because of what time they put into it.
Oh, I know what he's talking about.
What are you talking about? I have no idea.
Oh, Ye Be Pirates.
Oh,
He
the
did say that was
Ailstorm?
the longest
Yeah.
one.
Who did that? Did John do that one?
Yeah, he said that was.
Yeah.
He
That
did
was
put
the
a lot of
longest
work
one?
into it.
I want to know if Homesick took
I
longer.
thought the Homesick one was the one that he put a lot of work into.
He
Well, guess
did,
what we'll do? We'll ask him next week.
Yes.
But he did,
Yeah.
when he put the Elstrom one up, he said this was the longest one he's ever done.
That started out real simple too. Those albums.
I
What they were
remember
doing.
when Sean messaged me about the Silver Scream. He was like, "Do you have any requests?" I was like, "Ice Nine Kills. You should know this." And he like turned it out in like 5 minutes or something.
I think they've
I
only done
remember-
2 Under Oath albums.
I remember when these dudes first started.
Yeah, I remember that because it was real simple
It
back
was
then.
really, really small, really simple. And I was kind of there. I think some of us were there from almost the get-go.
I know.
Now
on Instagram.
I was too. And now it's 31,000 followers.
I had no idea it was like as big as it was because I remember liking it
Yeah.
early on, and then all of a sudden I remember seeing Alt Press post that article, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, right?
I think at least 6 publications did stories on them.
Yeah, it's crazy to look at something that you've been with since like the beginning. And it's like now they're incredibly popular all of a sudden.
I'm trying to
I
go
had no
back and
idea,
find the
'cause-
first post I remember seeing from them.
I had no idea that John was part of it because I was asking John to work on some logo stuff for me. And
Yeah,
then, like,
he's
and then I remember I was like putting 2 and 2 together. And I
He got
was
pulled
like,
onto it early.
"Oh."
he got pulled onto it early. So that's gonna be a fun week. I'm looking forward to that.
Yep.
It's gonna be fun.
It'll be nice to actually talk to Sean.
Mhm.
Since like I've been friends with him. I think he was one of the first people I've ever like talked to at Mac.
Oh wow.
So it's been like
It just made John for me.
2 or so years.
I really never talked to either one of them, so this will be fun.
That will be a good
I
time.
remember he posted about wanting an Our Last Night CD, and I was like, I got one at work from them because they were passing them out because I think it was like the last day, and so I just told him I just send it to him.
Nice.
I mean, him friends.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody got anything else they want to talk about?
No, I think I'm set.
That pineapple Pepsi.
I'm gonna
good.
go make a pizza.
You can make a pizza.
Well, I'm gonna heat it up in the oven.
What kind of pizza?
Nice.
It's a Jack's pizza. You know those little like tiny ones that are like $2.50 at Walmart?
No.
Bro, those things are straight fire. Oh my gosh.
Mm,
Holy crap. They're so good. Thank you. I appreciate it.
honestly, like I just like getting pita bread and like making a little pizza on
Those
top.
are good.
Yeah.
Those are really good. At the same
This
time, I
is
will
all
literally eat any
pineapple
pizza.
on a pizza.
No, get out.
What did he
You're
say?
gonna get muted.
Wait, hold on. What did he say? What? Repeat yourself, Andrew. Did you say
Pineapple
guacamole?
belongs on pizza.
I thought you said guacamole goes on
Guacamole.
pizza. I was like, you're disgusting. You know there's some person out there who's like, you don't need tomato sauce. You just use some guacamole.
I mean, I could
Stop. No, this isn't happening. We're not saying that guacamole is a good substitute for anything. Besides,
Oh yeah, I wanted
on a pizza.
Guys.
Like, stop.
I listened to Call Out 2 again at work, and I really like it.
I love it. I've been binging that for the last week for some random reason, and I forgot how much I loved it.
Oh, we got some
It's
reading
funny.
to do.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Did that just come through now? Oh, goodness gracious.
I got, I
Oh,
think,
no.
40 pictures that I don't know if you guys want me to send over or not. I haven't read them,
Absolutely.
so I'm
Oh yeah.
How many pictures?
like 40.
Yeah.
Damn.
Send them
to
over.
save them. Or
Well, on that note,
Wait, who
Oh,
is
we're
that?
not.
Is that the
Don't.
Ghost
that we're not.
Don't say his
No
name.
names, no
Don't say
names.
his
No,
name.
no.
Nope.
We've talked about him before, but
No,
Kinda.
Well, not on the podcast.
Yeah,
not on the
that's right.
podcast. So
So we'll just.
anyway, we're gonna respect piracy. We're gonna respect that too, because you shouldn't pirate anything.
Especially because I haven't read it yet.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think any of us
we all
have.
got to read it and discuss
I've got some reading to do over lunch.
it.
Yeah, it's lunchtime for you. It's like 10:06 here. I have to make dinner.
What's for lunch today?
I've got leftover pizza.
Damn.
Bro, I will literally eat pizza any day of the week for anything at any time at all. I'm addicted.
Down
to
here in the
pizza.
deep blue sea?
Yes, actually. I had some roast beef, a pizza.
Some
What
chicken.
else did you have? Some chicken,
No, what'd you eat today?
some roast beef, a pizza, some chicken. Bro, I have a fantastic Patrick Star impersonation, and I will not deny it.
No one said that it wasn't.
I'm
Yeah.
not saying that. I'm saying I won't deny it in general.
He's just trying to
Bryce.
get ahead of the curve there.
I am trying to get ahead of the curve. Thank you.
Is it from a
Next
place?
week?
Real quick, I'm gonna go back to the pizza.
Yeah.
Is it from a place or is it just one out of the freezer?
Who you are? You ask me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Pizza Hut.
Oh, okay.
Domino's is better, but I can respect Pizza Hut. Respect the Hut.
In Australia, Domino's is not better.
Really?
Yeah.
Bro, you should ship me a Domino's pizza from Australia.
Oh
Imagine how soggy and disgusting that thing would be after
my god, it would like fall out of the bottom of the box before it got there.
the bottom of the box is just eroded.
Yeah.
What did you guys do? How much Vegemite did you put on this thing?
That would probably be a preservative.
Probably.
Don't open the group chat. Just gonna put it.
Just wait till we're done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I was gonna say next week I should talk only in my Patrick Star impersonation the entire time.
Probably.
You need to get like a Zoom background of Bikini Bottom, like the house.
Oh my! No, I should just make
get a
that
green
my
screen.
picture. I don't have a green screen.
No, you just get something.
Yeah.
Just get something other than your skin color or what you're wearing, and you can make a background.
I do have Patrick Star socks.
Oh, that'll work too.
Yeah. I mean, sure. Okay.
Anyway,
I'm still trying to take some stuff in, but yeah.
just a little teaser for next week.
Put it in the comments.
All right, nobody log off, but I'm about to hit stop recording. So say goodbye, everybody.
Peace.
Bye.
Thanks for listening. Have a good one. We'll see you
Bye.
guys next week, or hear you guys next week, or you'll hear us next week. Okay.
Or see us.
Yes.
Don't
Either
forget to
or.
like, comment,
Respect us.
subscribe.
Please stop.
We'll
Yeah,
have
we need to start trying to hit on that.
Oh, so cringy.
All right, goodbye.
Bye.